Hannah T. writes in and asks me, Dan, who is your favorite philosopher? I think I've mentioned this on a number of occasions, but I'm not big on philosophy. Basic credo is that philosophy is just ideas, art is ideas in motion. And what I mean by that is anyone can sit around and think up, this is how the world should be, this is how it is, this is what I want to see in society, in mind, in art, in politics, etc. But art puts them into motion. It uses those ideas, and some of the ideas of the artists are separate from the philosophers, and sometimes a lot better than the philosophers, and shows it. Moby Dick shows far more about 19th century life, about capitalism, about pettiness, about aggression, and a host of other things than anything that you're going to read in some little epigrams by a philosopher, even long, dull treatises. This is why philosophy is even deader, if you will, than poetry in the contemporary world. There are still people who make bad poetry videos, but most philosophy has no place, has nothing of any depth to offer in modern life. Yes, some of the ideas are still good, and you can go back to the Greeks and Romans and the Eastern philosophers and whatnot. But philosophy is pretty much dead, and so I don't have a philosopher I think is the best or favorite. Probably the best philosopher I can name is the one who is the best writer, the best with words, and that would be Nietzsche. I disagree with Nietzsche's most of his philosophies about certain things. It's too pessimistic, it's too dour, it's too just sort of chicly, rebellious wannabe stuff. But he's without a doubt the best writer in terms of being able to put the best ideas in the best order. And this probably accounts for more of his power in the last 150 years, century and a half or so, that his ideas have been out there. I think more so than anything that any of his ideas. It's the fact that he was a good writer and a persuasive writer. I was recently been watching stuff, some online videos, and as a child, I read a lot of the philosophers, the European philosophers A to Z, and I got their ideas and I read little parts of their books and whatnot. Sometimes whole books. It thoroughly washed through me. I couldn't tell you, what the major ideas of Wittgenstein are, or Sophocles, or any of these other people. Although Sophocles also wrote plays, so maybe I shouldn't even consider him a philosopher, more of an artist. But because of the presentation, most philosophy fails. It's just that simple. And that, again, attests to the power of art, because the presentation is the art. Art can make something that's mediocre otherwise, ideationally, and make a meager idea into something of value simply by the way it's presented. Sometimes the cover is as important as the book, especially when it comes to philosophy. So I hope that answers your question.